2026 is looking absolutely insane for gaming. We've got huge sequels, long-awaited remakes, brand new projects, and some games people have been waiting years to finally play. So today, we're counting down the top 10 biggest games of 2026. Let's get into it. Starting at number 10, we have Mugenix. And yeah, this one is definitely weird, but in the best way possible. It's a turn-based strategy game where you collect, breed, and battle with cats, while the whole thing feels chaotic, dark, and completely unpredictable. The game comes from the creator of The Binding of Isaac, so you already know it's not going to be normal. Mugenix probably won't be for everyone, but for fans of strange indie games, this could be one of the most unique releases of 2026. Marvel's Wolverine is easily one of the most hyped superhero games right now. With Insomniac behind it, people are expecting brutal combat, a darker story, and a game that feels completely different from Spider-Man. Forza Horizon 6. And this time, the Horizon Festival is finally heading to Japan, which is something fans have been asking for forever. Just imagine racing through neon-lit city streets, mountain roads, cherry blossom scenery, and huge open highways with hundreds of real cars. Forza Horizon has always been about freedom, speed, and pure driving fun, but Japan could take the whole formula to another level. It's launching on Xbox Series X and S, PC, Steam, and Game Pass, with a PlayStation 5 version coming later. For racing fans, this is easily one of the biggest releases of 2026. Next up is Pragmata, one of Capcom's strangest and most interesting new games. This is a sci-fi action-adventure set on a lunar research station, where an astronaut named Hugh teams up with an android girl named Diana. The cool part is the combat. You're not just shooting enemies. You're also using Diana to hack them in real time, opening weak spots and turning fights into this weird mix of action and puzzle solving. After years of delays, Pragmata finally looks real. And honestly, it might be one of Capcom's boldest new ideas in a long time. .007 First Light. And honestly, this could be the James Bond game fans have wanted for years. It's being made by IO Interactive, the same studio behind Hitman. So stealth, gadgets, disguises, and smart mission design should be a huge part of the experience. This is not just another movie tie-in either. It's an original Bond story showing a younger James Bond before he fully becomes the legendary .007. If IO Interactive can mix spy action, cinematic chases, and clever gameplay the right way, First Light could be one of the coolest action games of 2026.
Can't stay here. Plane's leaving.
At number 5, we have Tomb Raider. Lara Croft is finally coming back, and this new game looks like a full modern reimagining of the classic adventure that started it all. We're talking ancient ruins, deadly traps, cinematic action, and a much bigger focus on exploration. If Crystal Dynamics and Amazon Games get this right, Tomb Raider could feel fresh again, while still keeping that old-school adventure vibe fans love. For anyone who grew up with Lara Croft, this is a huge comeback. At number 4, we have Resident Evil Requiem. Capcom is bringing back one of the biggest horror franchises in gaming, and this one looks seriously intense. This is the 9th mainline Resident Evil game, and it promises that classic mix of survival horror, creepy atmosphere, brutal monsters, and cinematic action. The return to Raccoon City instantly makes this feel important, because that place is basically the heart of the entire series. If Capcom can balance fear, story, and gameplay the right way, Requiem could be one of the strongest Resident Evil games in years. For horror fans, this is absolutely one of the biggest games of 2026. At number 3, we have Gothic 1 Remake. This is the return of a true RPG classic, rebuilt with modern graphics, darker atmosphere, and that brutal old-school fantasy vibe fans still love today.
Let's see, what else?
At number 2, we have Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag Remake. And honestly, if this game is done right, it could be absolutely massive. The original Black Flag is still one of the most loved Assassin's Creed games ever made, mostly because of its pirate atmosphere, naval battles, tropical islands, and Edward Kenway himself. A full modern remake could bring back everything fans loved, but with better graphics, smoother combat, bigger cities, and way more cinematic sea battles. People have been asking Ubisoft to return to this style for years, and Black Flag is probably the perfect game to remake. If they don't mess it up, this could easily become one of the biggest releases of 2026. And finally, at number 1, we have Grand Theft Auto 6. Let's be honest, this is not just another big release. This is probably the most anticipated game of the decade. Rockstar is taking us back to Vice City with a massive open world, 2 main characters, insane attention to detail, and the kind of chaos only GTA can deliver. Every trailer, screenshot, and tiny detail gets millions of people talking. The question is not whether GTA 6 will be huge, but how many records it will break. If Rockstar delivers, this could be one of the biggest entertainment launches ever.